Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to solve a 3 by 3 using my own simple method. Has around 10 steps to it and uses only one common algorithm like an up, left, down, right. Super simple, super easy to remember, and will get you through the whole solve. Alright, so quick overview on the 3 by 3. We have our first layer solve, our second layer, and lastly our third layer. Mainly the yellow layer will be a majority of the time learning. But for now, let's go on to our first solve through walk through, and yeah, let's scramble it up. Alright, so now our cube is scrambled. First we want to work on doing our white cross. Probably heard that in many other tutorials, but yeah, that's what I also advise. We got our blue here, then we have a red. So we want to bring this all the way down to our last layer. Here we can mobilize where the pieces go. So we have an orange that can be moved in place, but we're also moving one into also the green place. And then our red, we move here, we line that up, move that up, that's in place. And our green's in place, and our orange is in place. Next part is going to be the corners, a little bit harder. It's not thinking like, oh, if I move this corner here, it's in the right place, but oh, this edge is out of alignment. Well, there's a little bit of logic to this. First, need to counter move this piece out of the way to bring it up to here. I'm going to bring this edge down, swap out this piece that doesn't belong there, replace that with our correct piece, and then bring it up. It's pretty much that for all the edges and corners, but the edges has some more complication to it. For our next corner, this is in the wrong place, so we bring it down, swap that out for another piece. We don't really care for that right now. Bring in our next piece, counter move, bring it down, and swap it. A lot of people, what they do is they'll counter move this, and then you bring it down like, oh, it's not this part anymore. So you have to move it always this way. If it's on this side that you're trying to replace, move it this way. So swap it out, put it up there. This piece here, we want to bring it this way, like I said earlier. Counter move, replace, bring it up. Now we have a problem. We have a white one facing the bottom, and we need it to face up. Well, it's not too complicated here. I have some notes that I'll be posting online maybe, but yeah. Here we'll move this one up by turning it, doing a 180 spin. So we bring it here, bring this back up. Now we've swapped it with another piece, and we bring this into like a normal face. Now if we bring it here, we can't move this up, so we need a counter move, bring this layer down, line it up, and bring it back up. And that is overall our first layer done. Also, here's a quick overview on the notes for solving. I'll go over this more in the video and point things out and highlight important information. Here is like quick tips on first layer, second layer, and third layer. Second layer will be focusing on just these 4 edge pieces around the square. A third layer is more complicated. We have to do our yellow cross up in our algorithm, our corner position, our corner orientation, then our final edges. That's all there is to it. Algorithms also on this side. So yeah. For our edges on our second layer, we want to match up this tile with its matching center. Right now, this is a blue center. This is a green tile, so we want to bring that to our green. Now this one, we need to bring it into here. By doing that, we'll have to bring this layer down, do a couple of moves. So we want to move this over to the side, bring that down, then we want to move this back this way, so we're lined up again. That brings us, when we bring this piece up here, voila, we have those two matched up. So I'm bring this to the side, bring it down, replace it just like the corner pieces earlier, bring that up. That is our edge solved. It's a pretty simple algorithm. See if I can find my next piece here. Okay, so it looks like here there is no other edge pieces on the last layer. So we have to steal them from this layer. By doing that, we sub in a yellow edge piece into here. So by doing that, we can do any algorithm for the edge. Swap in that yellow. Now we have a red tile. So we match that up with red. This is red-green. So we want to match this into the red-green area by moving this right, bring this layer down, move this so it's matching back to the tile, offset this white one. So when you bring it back up, you'll put these back into the right place, and then you have this lined up. And we can basically solve in that corner, and it solves it with the edge as well. So I bring it to the side, bring it down, swap it out, bring it up, and there's our next one. And lastly, our blue-orange. Bring that to the side, bring it down, bring it back to our center tile, bring it back up so it's lined up with our white piece. Want to turn our cube face, turn it to the right, bring it down, swap it out and bring it up. Oftentimes you'll see a case where you have a flipped edge. Now don't worry about this. This is not as stunning and hard to solve. We just simply solve in a yellow edge, doesn't matter which one, into our piece. That frees up our red-blue edge. It could be any edge. Then we simply just solve that back into the right position. And that is everything for our second layer. Lastly, it is the third layer. So like I talked about earlier, we have the yellow cross we have to figure out. Luckily, we already have that down here, but I'll mix it up. I'll give you every possible outcome for the yellow cross. After that, it is our algorithm, corner position, corner orientation, and final edges. So as you see here, we already have a yellow cross. There's nothing more to be done there. In another case, you'll have a line, a cross, a dot. Trying to find the L shape here. Or an L. So L, dot, line, or cross are all the possible outcomes. If you have an L, you want to face the L facing you like this. You want to bring these two layers down, and then here is our big algorithm we're going to learn. Very, very, very simple. It is up, top layer left, down, right. Bring these two layers together, and voila, we have our yellow cross. Now for the line, we want to bring just one layer down, like that. Make sure it's facing like this to you. Do our same algorithm again, up, left, down, right. Bring this layer back in place, and we have our yellow cross. So it's that simple. If you do any of those algorithms, you'll eventually run into yellow cross as well for the dot. Alrighty, so our next thing we need to learn is our corner position. So you can see all these corners can be mismatched and rearranged all sorts of places. So right now we see we have two blue, yellow, orange. This is the right spot. Yellow, blue, red, that's also in the correct spot. And then all these are in the correct spot. I'm going to give you a case where they're not all in the correct spot. So here's a good example where we have a red, blue, yellow, and a blue, orange, yellow, both facing opposite of each other. These two are in the right spot, so we don't need to worry about those. So the two that you want to swap, you always want to hold it like this. So you have the two that you want to swap like this. And then we want to do our same up, left, down, right algorithm like a few times until our white is facing up. So I want to go up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. So 3 times that algorithm. We're going to switch our face so it's facing left. And then we want to solve this white one back into here. So up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down. And we don't need that last left. And that solves, and that swaps the 2 corners. And you can see everything's flipped and in the right spot. Lastly, our last 2 steps is our corner orientation. These are all facing wrong. And then our final edges. So this is our first case, a good example where you have one facing here, one facing there, one facing there, one's good. This can happen mirrored too, so this algorithm applies the same. So to solve this case, we want to do up, left, down. Then we want to do a 180, bring it up, bam, bam. To do this, we want to bring it up, left, down, left, up, U2, down. And that solves that case. Same thing happens on both sides. So we do up, and yeah, that algorithm works on both sides. So left and right, they both apply. Now we have a case where our edges need fixed, but I'm not going to get to that yet because there's still more cases where our corner orientation can be wrong. Here we have all 4 corners that are facing all over the place. None of them seem to be in the right spot. What we want to do in this case, every other case, your cube is going to be facing up, white side up. That one case where 3 are facing like that, both sides, that you have the yellow facing up. So you want to bring it up. Since we have 4, it doesn't matter which one we start on with. You want to hold the piece that you want to flip to the correct spot. You want to go up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, until our yellow is matched up. Bring that down. Bring our top layer to the right, and then bring our bottom layer to the left. Then we want to solve this one until it's facing down. So we want to do our algorithm. Now it's matched up. We can bring that down, and voila, we have finished. Here's another case of where our corners are facing all over the place. We have one here and one here. Same thing applies. You can choose any one, doesn't matter. Let's start with this one. We want to solve our yellow back in place by doing our algorithm. It's matched up. Turn this right, and then do our U-turn on the very bottom. And then we want to solve that. And the white should automatically solve itself once that last corner is lined up. There we go. All of our corners have been finished. That's all there is to the corner orientation. And our very, very last step is by solving our last few edges. Sometimes it could be 4, or sometimes it could be 3. If you have 2 edges messed up or 1, then something's messed up on your cube and your pieces are all in the wrong spot, or your centers are swapped. So make sure those are right. So if you already have a solved face, you want to do the algorithm on the solved face. If it's not, then just choose any face. So to start off with, we need to swap all of these. The algorithm is also the same, up, left, down, right. Or up, right, down, left. But there's some catch to it. This one is a little bit shorter that I figured out, and it makes the solving much faster, much more simpler. So I want to start by doing this, by doing the algorithm once on each side. And you should get the 2 T's like this. Now instead of doing that up, left, down, right, like 8 times, you want to offset it right, bring your layer back up, solve that piece back in, bring it down. Offset your top layer, line it up, solve that piece back in place, And boom, that is all there is to the last layer. You can apply that algorithm to already messed up sides and stuff like that. Very, very simple. So say all these were messed up, you can also solve that too. And if you keep doing that, it'll solve itself. And you'll get a one side solved. Do the algorithm there. And under 3 algorithm sequences, you should be done. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Hopefully this tutorial really helped you guys. I heard there's a lot of requests to solve a 3x3. I can't open up any clubs or anything right now and give lessons, but this is the best I can do on YouTube. So thank you for watching this video. Please leave your support by commenting anything you need below.